On today's show, the Phoenix Suns give another team BTA, plus the Suns get their fifth straight win. Devin Booker does something I don't think he's done all year, and sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro finally figures it out. Is it real? Is it fake? Let's talk about it all now.
You are Locked On Suns, your daily Phoenix Suns podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up? Welcome back into Locked On Phoenix Suns. My name is Benjamin Garcia, host of the Ben Garcia Show, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., as well as a credentialed Phoenix Suns media member covering your Phoenix Suns 365 days out of the year. That's why we call it your team every day here at the #1 sports podcasting network. That would be the Locked On Podcast Network. Not hyperbole, just a statistic. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. Wherever you may be listening, however you may be listening, thank you so much for making myself and Locked On Phoenix Suns a part of your day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms right here at Ben Garcia Show. Wow. Wow. End the podcast. End the show. End the show. It's over. Go home. That's just kidding. Just kidding. What the hell? Who are you and what have you done with the Phoenix Suns? I've got a structure to the show. I promise. But wow. Was that a euphoric feeling tonight? Not was it just that, was it a sentimental feeling tonight? A bit nostalgic, if you will. I want to get to Devin Booker in just a second, so let me just put him on the brief back burner. I started off watching the game today, and I saw the Valley Court, and I saw the, this obviously the Suns in their jerseys, but it almost felt like a TikTok edit or like an Instagram edit, where they put like a somber song over what the old was and now what the new was, and I'm seeing Dillon Brooks in number 3, and I'm like, you're not Chris Paul and Jordan Goodwin in 23, and I'm like, you're not Cam Johnson. And at the beginning, I felt a little sad. Like I was legitimately a little like down about it. I was like, man, these jerseys, this court, this feels wrong. This feels like a sad breakup that happened that we should not have went back to, but we really want to because we only remembered the good times. And I felt, I really wasn't sure how I felt. I don't think it was great. It wasn't a positive reaction. The jersey and court looked awesome, but I just kept on going back to Game 7 of the 2022 NBA Finals, or Game 7 of the 2022 NBA Western Conference Semifinals, or the 2021 NBA Finals, and I'm like, wow, we had some good times in those jerseys. We had some good times on that court, and it took you back to there tonight. Tonight's win, I don't like to look back. I'm a frontward thinking person. I'm a windshield. I'm not a rear view mirror type of guy. So anytime people bring up the 2021 Suns or the 2022 Suns, I almost always tell them it's in the past. We're done. We made our bed and we're lying in it. It didn't work out. It sucks that it didn't work out. It always feels like the one that got away, but it's better to move on. Tonight was a sentimental, nostalgic feeling of a team just going belt to ass against an inferior opponent. And I told you, I feel very vindicated this year, guys. I don't try to be someone I'm not. I trust my eyes. And what am I batting? 100% this year on Suns takes, Suns predictions? Said Devin Booker would be an MVP level candidate. He is right now. I said the Suns would be a top 10 defensive team. They are right now. I said Jordan Goodwin the Suns should sign Jordan Goodwin, and then I doubled down on it and said he offers more to this team than Jared Butler does. He should make the team over them. Didn't get the Oso Ighodaro thing. I also talked about how Grayson Allen might just start. I also talked about how Grayson Allen should probably just start for the Suns team because he works better next to Devin Booker. It was not a slight at Jalen Green at all. But now I'm like, okay, Jalen Green and Grayson Allen should both start. Having a very good year. I don't try to be someone I'm not analytically. I don't try to fool you into thinking I'm grinding the game film after and, oh, what's this pick play look like? I understand basketball. I've been watching it for a long time. I don't want to be a nerd about it. Other people can do that. Geek out over the stats. Nothing wrong with that. That's not me. I watch the games. I tell you how I feel, and we'll see if it comes true. All of those things feel very right now. I've been wrong about something, sure. But one of my big predictions was Devin Booker finishes top 6 in MVP voting. I think, and I also voted Devin Booker 13th on NBA, on our Locked On NBA Top 100. And I had someone tell me the other day, I think it was Espo of PHNX Suns. Good dude. Have a great relationship with Espo. Good show. Love those dudes. I'm actually, playing Eric Ruby in a game one-on-one basketball tomorrow. But I put something out with Devin Booker, and he was like, is this Booker thing just like the hating Booker thing just a bit? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, again, respectfully, it's just a sports take. It's nothing personal. But I was like, the Suns told you in the offseason what they thought of Devin Booker, a supermax superstar player. So I'm going to hold him to that. You don't have to. No one else has to. But I'm going to do that. It's what the Suns told me to do, so I'm going to do that. Devin Booker did something tonight that he hasn't had the real opportunity to do because of the injuries and that happened tonight. But he also hasn't done the thing tonight that he freaking did, man. Jalen Green doesn't play in this game. Probably their second best shot creator. Not probably, he is. Grayson Allen goes out early in this game, only played 12 minutes. That leaves you with Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks, who's playing really well tonight. So without two of your top 3 shot makers, Devin Booker being number 1, the game got close. It should have never been that close, but some officiating miscues, whatever. Devin Booker, without his 2 other scoring options, games within 10, shots are still falling, but you're losing guys left and right here. When he decided, no Jalen Green, no Grayson Allen, get on my back, let's just put this thing away. By God, is that what I've been waiting for with Devin Booker? And just so we're clear, like, this is not like Booker's finally turning it around. He's been awesome this year. Efficiency-wise, from three-point land, he's been great. But it's the little things with superstars, supermax contracts that I'm looking for from one Devin Booker. And again, he's been awesome this year outside of like the first 3 games of the season. And this is why I hold him to that high of a standard, because he can do it. And it doesn't matter. They're throwing double teams at him. Okay, I'll just find Jordan Goodwin open for a 3. Making offense for someone else, that's playmaking. The thing that was so nostalgic, and this is less analysis and more nostalgia, it was in the third quarter. I can't remember exactly when it was. Late in the third quarter, when the Suns are going on this massive run, Devin Booker comes up, hits a pull-up 3 in transition, and I'm saying to myself, holy cow, am I in 2021? Big bucket after big bucket when other players who also are good shot creators aren't there because of injuries. That's what your superstar player does. Says, all right, things are getting not even out of hand. Things are getting a little uncomfortable. They're staying within striking distance. You let a team hang around long enough, it could bite you in the ass. Booker said, this one's on me. This one's on me. Get on my back. Give me the ball. I'll make some buckets. I'll hit a transition 3. I'll get to the rim. I'll get in Jackson. I think it was Isaiah Jackson. I think that was his name. I want to make sure I don't get his name wrong. Gets in Isaiah Jackson's face, former Kentucky guy, and just let him have it. Or I'm sorry, it was Isaiah Jackson. I was right there. Isaiah Jackson in this game. former Kentucky guy as well, just jawing at him. And you're like, where the hell am I? That was the pinnacle of Devin Booker tonight. And the Suns getting more of that was obviously shown in the box score. His, mini run by himself in that third quarter, then transitioned into a 20-0 run in the fourth quarter. When your superstars rolling, other guys feel like, okay, double, triple teams headed his way. It's open bucket land for me. And you saw that tonight from some of the guys. Jordan Goodwin, again, Jordan Goodwin guy over Jared Butler guy. That's me. Raise my hand right here. 2 for 3 tonight, hit a big three. Also had 9 rebounds in this game, 5 assists. Grayson Allen was really great in this game. He was 5 for 6, 1 for 2 from 3, but again, got injured. We'll talk about that in just a second, what people should feel about that. Devin Booker, 7 assists, but even bigger than that, even bigger than all of that. One thing that Devin Booker has not been great at this year is taking care of the basketball. Now, he's the number one option. How big is the gap from 1 to 2? He's going to turn the ball over a little bit more. But not 5-7 turnovers a game. Can we cut that to 2, to 3? And tonight, he had 1 turnover night. Took care of the basketball, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, found his spots. Just overall dynamic stuff from the Suns' supermax player. And it's exactly why I hold him to that high of a standard. Because Devin Booker is good enough to take this team into the play-in. And he's good enough to win the play-in tournament. I'm not saying he's good enough to be your number one to win an NBA championship. I'm not claiming that. But what he does is top 15 players in the NBA stuff. Right now, he's playing like a top 10 NBA player. He's playing like a top 10 NBA player. Right now, he's playing like a top 10 guy. Best game of the season from Devin Booker. Best game of the season. Maybe not statistically, but my eyes don't lie to me. That was really impressive. Down 2 of your 3 best shot creators. I got this, guys. Hop on my back. Grayson Allen got injured today. Again, let's not do the woe is me. We can't have anything nice. I'll talk about it and we'll discuss it next. First, today's show is brought to you by Drip Drop. When I'm hydrated, everything just works better. My focus, energy, mood, even my skin. That's why I've been using Drip Drop. It's doctor-developed hydration that keeps me running at full power no matter what my day looks like. Drip Drop isn't your average sports drink. It delivers 3 times the electrolytes and half the sugar of leading brands using a science-based backed formula trusted by medical professionals, firefighters, and even 90% of top colleges and pro teams. I like using Drip Drop as a part of my daily routine. I'll mix a packet in the morning before the gym or during the midday slump. Hydration has become a non-negotiable for me. Drip Drop helps me feel sharper, calmer, and honestly, just better overall. Right now, Drip Drop is offering podcast listeners 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com and use promo code LOCKEDONNBA. That's dripdrop.com, promo code LOCKEDONNBA for 20% off. Stock up now before the heat hits hard and keep your body and mind performing at their best with Drip Drop. Today's episode also brought to you by the lovely folks over at Wayfair. The holiday season is right around the corner. That means it's time to get your home ready, whether you need more seating for guests, cozy new linens, or fun serveware for holiday hosting. Wayfair's Black Friday sale is here to help you make your space shine. And the best part, you don't have to wait. Wayfair's Black Friday deals are happening all month long. Up to 70% off everything from sofas to spatulas. I recently upgraded my kitchen just the other day, just grabbing a couple of utensils and decoration off of Wayfair. And listen, it was completely transformative to the room that I am in now. My wife loves it. It's an easy way for me to not have to go a bunch of different places and just be able to get what I need from Wayfair. Don't miss out on the early Black Friday deals. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday sale for up to 70% off. That's WAYFAIR.com. Sale ends December 7th. All right, let's talk about the Grayson Allen thing. Grayson Allen goes out of this game with a leg injury. To this point, as I look right now, I'm not seeing any updates from Grayson Allen, and I'm looking at it, still not seeing anything right now. We're waiting to hear what we can get from Grayson Allen as I continue to look for it, but just nothing yet. Maybe it comes out a little bit later. I'm not a doctor. I don't think it's something that's going to keep him out, 3 to 2 months. Like maybe, leg injury, maybe it's a month, or I don't know. Maybe it's a calf. Maybe it's, we're not sure the severity of the injury. Here's what I'll say. Losing Grayson Allen sucks. Potentially for even maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Again, we don't know the severity. Losing Grayson Allen stinks. However, let's not do the woe is me thing. Oh, we can't have anything nice in Arizona. The Suns to this point of the season are 8-5 and firmly in the NBA playoff discussion. At this point in the season, they are 8-5 and the 7th seed in the Western Conference. And let's not act naive. The Suns have gotten a little bit favorable injury luck, we'll say. And early in the season, when guys weren't healthy, whether it was Jalen Green or, like Mark Williams missed tonight, I told you guys in like the second, third game of the season, I was like, yeah, guys get injured. Guess what? You're going to be the beneficiary for it later in the season. Every team's going to have to play without star players. It is not an excuse for the Suns to continue to win games. It is not an excuse for the Suns to continue to lose games if that were to happen. The Suns have a next man up mentality, and it is working so far. Sure, they lose 5-6 players. God forbid they lose Devin Booker. That would be terrible. They've got a next man up mentality. This team's deeper than it was last year. And don't do the thing where you count this team out because they don't have a player or two for Sunday's game against the Atlanta Hawks. Like, don't do that. That is doing the Phoenix Suns a disservice, who have continued to battle against the odds all year long. Didn't have Jalen Green, doesn't matter. Tonight, didn't have Mark Williams, didn't matter. And again, you've been the beneficiary to some of these injuries. Anthony Davis, again, you don't want to ever see someone injured. But Anthony Davis, didn't play. Dallas Mavericks, James Harden in the first game that the Suns played. No Kawhi Leonard in the second and first game that the Suns played against the Clippers like a week and a half ago. Not the very first game, the second and third game, I guess I should say. The Suns have gotten some injury luck. They've gotten some bad injury luck. It's not a reason to believe that this team can't continue to win games. It is a next man up mentality. Don't give them the excuse of saying, well, they're really injured. That can happen for a game where guys are resting and it's a combination of a couple of injuries. Don't give them the excuse of saying, well, what are you going to do? They're missing guys. They still got Devin Booker, still got Dillon Brooks. I assume Mark Williams will be back on Sunday. It's the second night of a back-to-back. They want to get him his due, resting-wise, and I applaud the Phoenix Suns for handling this Mark Williams, staggering his injuries and keeping him healthy throughout the duration of the season. I think they've done a very good job at that. So Grayson Allen, rest up right now, young soldier. He'll be back, and he'll be doing the same damn thing he was doing before, hitting threes, dropping buckets. And so Grayson Allen to this point, yeah, Suns lost him. They'll get him back at some point and things will be okay. Because ultimately at the end of the day, bang some knees with another Indiana Pacers player, likely, again, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to act like I know, but I would assume it's some sort of a bone bruise. Maybe it's severe enough to where it's a knee sprain. Again, we don't know the severity. But at the end of the day, the Suns are in a great spot. Let's say Grayson Allen misses a game or two. It doesn't feel like it's going to be something where he's going to miss a month or 2 months, knock on wood and want the guy to be healthy. The Suns are going to be fine. They are playing with an infectious attitude, where even Dillon Brooks said tonight in the post-game presser, he has not felt this confident since he played with the Memphis Grizzlies during a playoff run. What the Suns are doing is infectious. They're deeper. They've got the guys. They've got the bandwidth. And so for you to, or anyone, to go, woe is me, or count them out is not fair. Last year's Suns team, yes. Kevin Durant goes out. That team is toast for however many games he's out for. Grayson Allen goes out. They have the leadership. They've got the infectious attitude. They're deeper. They're going to continue to win games. Maybe at the high, not at the highest clip as they were doing before, but once Grayson Allen gets back, he'll get in there. He'll get in there like he never left. Everything is going to be just perfectly fine. And again, count your blessings. Grayson Allen will come back soon. I'm assuming Mark Williams will play on Sunday. And you got good news on the Jalen Green front that is only 4 to 6 weeks. You'll likely see him in 2025, that being in January. Let's talk about Dillon Brooks. Who's got that delusional, infectious personality that I freaking love. Let's also talk about sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro. And let's also box score watch just a little bit. And let's do it next. Today's episode is brought to you by DoorDash. The NBA season is heating up, in case you didn't know. And DoorDash has found the perfect way to keep fans in their bag all season long. Whether you're watching for the highlights, your fantasy team, or just your favorite player, DoorDash makes every game night even better. DoorDash is the official on-demand delivery partner of the NBA, and they're celebrating with something called the bag drop. Every time an NBA player scores 50 points in a game, DoorDash drops 50% off your order with Dash Pass the next day, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win the ultimate fan bag. We're talking about player-inspired drip, exclusive gear, and stuff you'll actually want. So next time someone goes off for 50, use promo code NBA50 the next day to get 50% off on DoorDash with Dash Pass. Plus your shot at the bag drop. Dash Pass members only, 50% off up to $10 the day after a 50-point game with a promo code. Terms apply. No purchase necessary. Ends April 13th. Open to U.S. residents, 21 or older. Visit DoorDashInYourBag.com for full details. DoorDash in your bag all season long. Today's episode is also brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA is back. And there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you miss the start of the game, want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making that late push. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Okay. I want to take a look at my notes, make sure I'm hitting all the things that I want to hit. It's so funny in this game as well, before I get to Dillon Brooks. The Suns were shooting 61% in the first half. And they weren't up, some extraordinary number, because the Indiana Pacers were the beneficiary of some awful foul calls. They shot like 15 free throws in the second quarter alone, where the Suns had like 6 attempts in the second quarter. I also want to talk about the Suns team statistics in this game. Oh, as the computer decides to just dumb out on me. The Phoenix Suns team statistics in this game were just out of this world. And it just felt like the score matches the box score. The Suns 133 points, Pacers 98 points. The Suns shot 57% from the field. They were shooting north of 60% until they emptied the bench. So 57% from the field on 85 shots in this game, hitting 49 of them. 37% from three. They shot 35 of them, hit 13 of them. Ended up matching that free throw discrepancy, which ended up being 29 free throws of the Pacers, 27 free throws of the Suns. Suns are cutting down on those turnovers, 11 of them. And again, they gave up 11 turnovers in this game, but only conceded 9 points off of them. That is getting back on defense. That's transition defense. The things the Suns continuously do well. The Pacers had 12 turnovers in this game and conceded 20 points. That's just 20 free buckets likely getting to the basket for the Phoenix Suns. Also, running out of time here. I don't want to speed through things, but I want to get to some stuff. Dillon Brooks sometimes makes you really wonder what's going on in his head sometimes. And it is going to cost the Suns, like it did the Grizzlies, like it did the Rockets, once or twice a year. Like sometimes, and you'll notice this, he'll do a little too much. But his ability from the jump, especially when he's hitting buckets, to get in the opposing team's ear, he had TJ McConnell up in arms, who tries to be the mini Dillon Brooks. He had Pascal Siakam in his jersey all day long. There is a psychological element to sports that when Dillon Brooks gets up in other players' faces and talks some junk to them and sometimes gets a technical foul for it, those players feel like they have something to prove to Dillon Brooks of all people. And it gets them off their game. It gets them out of their offense. It gets them out of their rhythm. It slows down the game because sometimes they get a technical foul. Booker or Dillon Brooks, whoever it is going to hit the free throw. And it's not just the fact that he had 32 points tonight, which very hilarious. Grayson Allen, 42 points earlier in this week. Dillon Brooks dropping a 30-burger on the Indiana Pacers. His offense, I think his offense that has taken just a major step up from the Memphis Grizzlies, Dillon Brooks to Houston to Phoenix. It says a lot about Dillon Brooks, who went from a player who, like, let's not forget it, was a little bit of a shot chucker with the Memphis Grizzlies, put up a lot of buckets and was not super efficient, still a really good defender, has crafted himself as one of the better 3-and-D players in the NBA. Like, how many guys are you taking in the 3-and-D spot over Dillon Brooks right now? Is it 10 players? I don't know. Leadership, his ability to throw the opposing team off their game, hitting open buckets. He was 12 for 18 tonight. Sometimes Brooks will shoot too much and, kind of make you scratch your head a little bit. Those are pretty few and far in between now since his Memphis Grizzlies days. But he's become a really good shot maker. I still think, shot creating, that's hard to do. That's reserved for some of the best of the NBA. But tonight, off the dribble, off screens, catch and shoot, everything you need to see from Dillon Brooks. And when Jalen Green and Grayson Allen aren't there, that's that next man up mentality we're talking about. And Brooks has the delusional confidence to do the Dion Waiters, J.R. Smith thing, but in a positive way. Keep shooting, keep chucking. They're going to fall. And regardless if they're missing or falling, the dude's confidence never wavers, and he's never letting it affect him on the other side of the court. It's the delusional confidence I absolutely love from Dillon Brooks. I couldn't end the show without talking about sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro. Listen, ever since the sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro jokes, just out there playing his butt off, having some fun. Oso Ighodaro tonight. It's so funny. 17 points, 7 for 9 from the field, 7 rebounds. And I actually have some real analysis, not just some sweet baby Oso Ighodaro jokes. Really efficient tonight. This is crazy. I'm laughing just saying this. Oso Ighodaro was a plus. This is not a typo. 52 in this game tonight. I don't even know what to say to that. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Coming up behind him, and this is elite as well, was Jordan Goodwin at plus 32. So the discrepancy between 1 and 2, between Oso Ighodaro and Jordan Goodwin, is comical. So I just had to mention that. But here's what I think it is with Oso Ighodaro. I think he's a player who lacks confidence. And I don't think it's anything more than that. Like, he's not a good offensive player. Just the talents and the skill set that he has. He's not a good jump shooter. Doesn't have a 3-shot. Pretty bad at free throws as well. When you get Oso playing in transition, playing confident basketball, he is a net positive for this team. I don't want to go as so far as to say like he's a, finals starting bench player. Like, I don't want to go that far. But it's all about confidence. And again, this team's infectious personality, running up and down the court, getting turnovers, creating points off turnovers, that's where Oso Ighodaro feasts. Not necessarily in the half-court defense where teams will target him and turn him into a turnstile under the basket. Footwork is decent, but just not big enough to hang with the bigger players. When the team is playing in transition, when Oso feels confident in his push shot, when he is playing with that, oozing confidence, he's a pretty nice player. Like nothing crazy. And I still like Nick Richards and Kaman Malawach and Mark Williams, all better alternatives at the center position. But you saw it tonight. You saw it in the Summer League too. When Oso Ighodaro was getting into the lane, dunking on fools in the Summer League, it was because he felt like he belonged. I don't think he feels like he belongs all the time. And so similar in the Summer League where he's dunking on guys and he's getting to the foul line and he's hitting his free throws and he's driving to the basket with confidence, dishing the ball, adding that element of playmaking to his game, passing the ball. You translate that to regular NBA games where the Suns are playing with some confidence and infectious attitude, and he can just kind of get out in transition and outrun opposing bigs. That's where he succeeds. The problem is he almost never has that oozing confidence, that almost delusional Dillon Brooks confidence. He plays with that more often. I think you'll see a better version of sweet, 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 sweet baby Oso Ighodaro. So credit to Oso, who wasn't just playing his heart out tonight, but was doing it positively. Like in other nights, there's some sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro jokes. But tonight, plus 52, plus minus, plus 52, a team best on this team. Credit to Oso. Credit to Oso. Sweet baby Oso Ighodaro. Sweet, sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro. Growing up right before our very eyes. Hopefully it continues. With that being said, guys, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ben Garcia Show. You can see that here in the corner. Appreciate you guys being here. Suns get their fifth straight win. 18 plus points. 18 plus point leads in 7 of the last 8 games. They're 7-0 in those games. They're getting big leads and they're not surrendering them. Something that last year's team and the team before that would not have done. Credit to Jordan Ott. Credit to sweet, sweet baby Oso Ighodaro, Dillon Brooks, and Devin Booker tonight. Just a masterclass ass whooping. And we'll see if they can continue that on Sunday against the Atlanta Hawks, a game in which I will be in attendance for. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ben Garcia Show. So great to be able to continue talking about a major Phoenix Suns W. And I will talk to you guys on Sunday night, Monday morning, talking about hopefully another big Phoenix Suns win against the Atlanta Hawks. Talk to you guys then.